Kind of change up your dynamic with the characters and how you're going to position yourselves and who's going to support who and who's going to go in on certain plays. So it does change up the dynamic quite a bit, even more so than you would see with a 1v1 tournament. So I think that's a pretty interesting angle to take it from.
Now we're yet again going to have 4 axes going into this. Shadowfish and Cl3m, of course, on the same characters that they played previously, Bren and Macho Man. And we're going to have another Taros, and this time we're going to have a Barraza. So we'll see if Baka is able to do more than the previous Taroses that went up against Shadowfish and Cl3m can do, and what Lust will do with these blasters when he picks them up. It is going to be a first weapon pickup of blasters for Lust.
Already starting things off, the damage is actually pretty even. Baka and Cl3m having taken the most damage for each of their teams, and Shadow and Lust following up suit, just barely behind. Baka, though, getting into that red health damage as he's holding onto that hammer, trying to support just a little bit with the hammer, looking for that stun, not going to find it. Looking for the side light, maybe a scoop. There it is, not off the top quite yet, but it is going to get that throw way up into the sky. Cl3m having to be a little bit more careful now as he gets deep into that red. Same with Shadow.
This Barraza pick looking pretty good for Lust so far, as Cl3m's going to be the first one knocked out, and the second one knocked out is going to be Shadowfish. That's a full wipe of the red team. We're seeing a lot more hits coming out, this time in favor of the red team. Both of them are going to be knocked out as well, about 1 minute, 7 seconds into this game, and we're back to even. But the red team is going to have weapon advantage. In comes Lust with the blasters. Baka is able to grab the hammer. Neutral light coming out from Vince. Follows up with the Nair. Another Nair. The third one gets dodged through by Shadowfish. There's a Dare, and the side light from Baka has Shadowfish in orange. Cl3m might be right behind him.
Ooh. Shadow just barely getting saved by that stage bounce right there. Cl3m the same way. Lust trying to get those side airs, trying to pressure the red team off on that right side, getting pressured by the unarmed kit. That's the double pickup, not a double KO, unfortunately. The double pickup able to take at least one of them out. Shadow, that's the last stock for him. And now Lust getting pushed back. The pickup from Cl3m to get that damage continuation. Very good work on his part to keep this going and to survive a little bit longer. Oh, but there's a side air coming in from Baka, confirming that KO onto Cl3m. Getting that last stock put out for them as well.
That was a save, too, because that D-Sig was going to pick up Lust. That might have actually led to the knockout if he got caught too early or too late in any of his in-air movement options, even if it didn't aggressively send into the blast zone, still in hit stun. Blue team has the possibility for a pretty solid lead here. Baka's going to get sent far. Weapon toss comes up. Jump side air from Cl3m. And we are back to even stocks, but the lead is favoring the blue team even more this time. D-Light side air from Shadowfish onto Baka. Another D-Light side air from Shadowfish onto Baka.
Oh, pogo stick coming off from Shadow onto Baka, and that's a lot of damage built up. Weapon throw stopping Baka's momentum. Maybe not quite the intended effect. The recovery is going to find the KO. Weapon throw not going to connect. Cl3m getting back onto the stage. Down light onto Lust. Lust trying to get back on top of Cl3m, forcing off stage. And Cl3m looking for the side air, going off a little deep, but able to find that ledge one more time. Getting caught, and this could just about do it. That weapon positioning, yep. Weapon throw from Baka, taking off that last stock from the red team to team number 1.
They were able to pick up the knockout, but you saw the neutral light that came out, and it went into an axe neutral light rather than a D-Sig. That would have directly led to the knockout. They wouldn't have needed any more hits, and that down signature does come out very quickly. I guess he wasn't quite ready or didn't trust that he had enough time to pull out the D signature, so he went for the axe neutral light.
Hey, you don't need to get that KO there as long as you can follow up, and then the end light just worked for them. So honestly, I'm not even mad about it. Shadow starting off with the spear, and that side light not going to find anything right there as he just continues to look for a little bit of opening damage. A little bit more opening damage, though, coming out from Baka's axe. Yeah. And I mean a lot more. Come on, it's axe. And the blasters, of course, helping support Baka as well with some of those stun frames coming off of the neutral light and the down airs.
Shadowfish is like one hit from Orange. That sidelight nair recovery, all 3 hits from Baka, making connection. Both members of the blue team in the orange. I think Cl3m's in a pretty good spot. Nope, Cl3m's in the orange as well. So pretty even damage spread across the entire game so far, even though it looked like red team was having some trouble in the beginning. Cl3m, it's a big knockout off the top. Baka's on the edge. That was almost a nail-in-it weapon toss that came out from Cl3m. Good direction on it too, reading that Lust was going to go back towards the stage.
Oh, approaches from Baka off stage, looking for Cl3m. Lust trying to follow up with the axe, neutral light, but not going to connect it either. Shadow making his way back, picking up the axe, trying to play the back end, the support role. Not going to find the support pickup, but not necessary as Cl3m finds the side air KO onto Baka. Baka making his way back in. Lust and Shadow just swinging axes, not even finding a single connection here.
Shadowfish very damaged here. Baka dodging through, turning around. Side signature to take Shadowfish off the left. Cl3m not taking hardly any damage so far in the 1v2 situation, though he is in the orange. Trying to rotate over, give Shadowfish some room, taking more damage, almost enough to take off the top. Make that recovery up pretty high. But all of that strength that Brawlhalla has wasn't enough to take Cl3m off the top just yet.
Nice spot dodge from Lust to avoid the Sig from Shadow. Another nice spot dodge from Baka to avoid another one. Another Sig coming out from Cl3m, not going to find anything there as Shadow tries to make their way over to the weapon pickup. That's going to be a huge punish, taking the KO. I wasn't actually sure if that was going to find that from Baka, but another one coming out and recovery out the top, getting even more damage built up onto Shadow. Nowhere to go. The weapon throw into the neutral air, able to disrupt a little bit of this blue team movement, but it's still not that much.
Big side air from Shadowfish. Ends up sending 2 members of the blue team. Shadowfish did a great job sending both of them over to the left. Fortunately, Cl3m wasn't able to clean it up. Baka dipping down low. The D-Sig. Baka goes wide. Weapon toss comes in. Interrupts Shadowfish just a little bit. Shadowfish over on the left side of the stage as Cl3m takes out Lust on the right. Shadowfish in danger, being taken out of this game.
Baka trying to find a vector of approach with the hammer. Does find a neutral air. The down air coming out from Cl3m. Just looking for any kind of damage. Just swinging that axe all over the place. That circular motion. Ooh, there's a KO from the down Sig. That circular motion from those aerials covering such a wide amount of space, especially on those approaches, allows for a lot of easy pickups for any sort of damage whatsoever. In these kind of games, that's what you kind of need to look for. But losing that weapon right now is going to cost them just a little bit as Baka goes for these offstage signature moves, the neutral Sigs. And
Baka's going full Taros brain right now. Jump side out.
I didn't want to say it, but
it up.
I didn't want to say it, but that's basically what was going on.
That's Baka and Lust taking game 2 after taking game 1. So we're seeing a completely different outcome so far. If this was best of 3, Baka and Lust would have taken it 2-0. That raises the question of what happened in their previous set. Where was all of this that's coming out here?
Honestly, it's a good question, but that is why we have these best of 5s, of course. That time to get situated, the time to get your mind right, the time to adapt, whatever you need. It is there in the best of 5 as long as you don't get beaten, 3 games and out. But if you have that ability to change, if you have that ability to adapt, to get your mind back into place, then usually that doesn't happen. So we will be seeing another one going down right now here on Miami Dome this time, as it is 2-0 in the set. Baka and Lust taking it down this time.
We have seen a bunch of maps with soft platforms so far. We've seen the Dome, we've seen Crystal Temple, we've seen Enigma. We haven't seen the Great Hall yet. That would sort of complete the trifecta of the multi-soft platform maps.
Oh, reverse
Nice.
slide, charge down Sig. Not going to find anything. Oh, side air. Almost taking out Shadow, coming back on the stage, and there it is. The follow-up side air from Lust, going to find that KO. And Cl3m, going real low, trying to find that down air disruption onto Lust, but not going to find it. The side air coming out from Baka, almost finding the KO onto Cl3m. Cl3m making the way back onto the stage, and Lust, doing the slide kick, looking for a follow-up attack. Neutral Sig from Shadow, gravity canceled. Is going to launch Lust up in the air, and the KO not going to happen from Cl3m's recovery as Baka makes his way back. The down Sig finally going to do it. as now Vince has to back off just a little bit more, but there is no stopping this red team right now. Another KO, followed right, 3 KOs in a row, and that's Cl3m losing that stock right after both of those blue team losses.
Baka and Lust still definitely in the lead, though. We're seeing Shadowfish get closer and closer to knockout damage. Landing with that down air. Got that nice grounded down air. Gonna swipe a little bit behind you. Ooh, that is Shadowfish in the red. Barely able to dodge through. Baka jumping up, getting away from the down signature. 2 dairs from Shadowfish. Throws the axe straight down. The recovery from Baka is going to knock Shadowfish off the top. You can see Baka falling very quickly. They did a great job from the red team building up that damage onto Baka while the blue team was focusing heavily on getting that Shadowfish KO.
Now Shadowfish backing off, trying to play a little bit more carefully. I think he's realizing that he can't play quite as crazy on this map. The blast zones, the stage, they're just too small. They're too close. So he has to back up. Weapon throw, very nice on the recovery stuff. Neutral light coming out, getting Lust pushed back. The side stick coming out, just barely missing his teammate.
These two teams so even here, about 2.5 minutes into this game. 3 stocks to 3. Cl3m sent flying. Are they able to convert any more damage on a Shadowfish? You see him retreat to the right side of the stage. Baka and Lust.
No!
Oh, be careful! No! The slide charge D-Sig is going to take out Shadowfish. This is a rough spot for Cl3m to be in big side air. Gonna take away that stock 3-1.
And that was a big assist from his own teammate. Cl3m got hit by the weapon throw on the way back. That spot dodge, the gravity cancel, or no, the slide charge didn't get down into that weapon throw fast enough, and it ended up hitting his teammate, and that stunned him in place so that he couldn't dodge the slide charge sig off the side. That was really, really unfortunate, but sometimes it works like that. But we do have a KO from Cl3m going off stage. Weapon throw, not going to connect it. Going down very low, being very patient on that recovery. Very nice moves coming out from Baka. Cl3m with the lance. This is probably one of the better options to use right now because it has, the extended recovery options, the side air and those down air, and especially the recovery charged up. And oh no, but going to get taken off on the left side. Lust just too oppressive on that left side. With that axe, those aerials chopping those trees right on down, clearing the forest, and moving on to the next round.
And that's going to be a 3-0 for Baka and Lust over the team that 2-1'd them previously before they got into top 8. Man, I can't believe the turnaround that Baka and Lust had against Shadowfish and Cl3m. I really wish that we could have seen that set. I would love to see that if somebody has the replay somewhere. Someone put that on YouTube. I don't know if any of them have YouTube channels, but I would love to see that set earlier put on YouTube.